When I say Kuma, what comes to mind? I think of a revolutionary anime. Some might challenge this masterpiece and say it's not challenging enough for them. I offer this. Nothing is ever as simple as it seems. The very air we breathe is because of a process that requires science to understand. Kuma 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 Bear, or as we like to call it in the scholarly community, Kuma Cubed, is a vibrant representation of this concept. It can please those who simply wish to have bright colors flash on screen, and they can clap their feet along to the opening. It can also challenge those elevated minds that demand a master's level of introspection into society, conveniently delivered by my animation, developed with a demographic of 12 to 18-year-olds in mind. Abraham Maslow once said, "If you plan on being anything less than you are capable of being, you'll probably be unhappy all the days of your life." I think of myself as a modest, achieving individual. I set my thermostat to 68 degrees because if it's 70, I'm too warm, and 69 is a naughty number, so 68 it is. I get iced cream from a local creamery every Sunday. I enjoy California burritos from my favorite Mexican restaurants after work on Thursdays. I complete Picross puzzles on my Samsung S21 while drinking a cup of coffee at my local diner on Monday mornings. This modest life is something that carries over into my anime. I do not wish to contemplate the deeper details of life. However, I do think there are beautiful merits to considering nature and the human condition. Any average individual can enjoy these, just as much as any scholar who bravely ventures forth on online social media with their bachelor degrees clenched in their left hand, their own hubris in the right. Allow us to dive into the Kuma Bear mystery. Kuma Bear mystery. Small brain, small cub. She is small in stature, but this could be a commentary in of at itself. Where is her family? Where is the mother bear to protect her cub? Yuna is a social recluse who has no family to call her own. We never see her family. How do young bears live on their own? Wise About Bears in 2019 details that family breakups for bears is far more common than the average human. Indeed, young females tend to establish territories near their mothers to emulate their lives. I wonder, was Yuna's mother like her daughter? Was she an introvert? Did she have a knack for finances? Perhaps she enjoyed RPGs. This is a riddle that is hidden under an otherwise mild story. She is a bear. She has mounted a small fortune trading stocks. What do stocks represent? A bear market. But a bear market is signs of the market being low, down, or small. I started my career as a bookseller in Saskatchewan while I was attending Yale for my CLA in film studies. We had a special order from a very special man one cool August evening. In walked a man with stature like none I had seen before. His name was John Maynard Keynes. Indeed, the legend economist himself. He imparted knowledge on me like no other. He told me that bear markets are nothing more than the calm before the storm. Consider that the bear calculates its next move. It often sits and surveys the terrain. It carefully counts the steps it'll have to take for its prey to escape from its charge. and carefully decide when to attack. Therefore, small does not mean it is stuck to being small forever. It may simply be waiting for the moon to rise anew. For under this beautiful moonlight, the bear paces gallantly. It is no longer small, and it charges up like a bull market. A bull charges its foes. This takes strength. Strength could be big. Big Kuma? Big Kuma bear? Kuma bear. Kuma cubed is an isekai. Isekai might come a dime a dozen, but allow us to dive deeper. The inspiration to this fish out of water tale, rather the fish leaping out of the water and into the mouth of the bear. The food chain. She hungers. She devours. She fuels herself. Brains need fuel. Small brain? Small appetite? Small brain. Kuma bear? Small bear. Small body. Does this mean small brain? Small brain Kuma bear? What does this mean for a heroic bear in a new world? Let us analyze the effects of the smaller portions of the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is responsible for feelings of anger and aggression and fear in the brain. The weakening of brain function because of the amygdala hyperactivity is due to a chain reaction that occurs whenever the amygdala is activated. Once the amygdala is activated, there is an increase of tonic firing, which Kuma bear leads to the weakening of other functions in the prefrontal cortex, also known as the PFC, and the hyperactivity of the amygdala. Due to this process, when a subject undergoes severe trauma, the effects of it are more severe as a result. Indeed, individuals Kuma bear were exposed to trauma so significant on their brains that their amygdala not only made them hypersensitive, but also vastly susceptible to life-threatening illness, Kuma bear. Another part of the brain of great importance in analyzing Kuma bear is the hippocampus. The hippocampus, as discussed earlier, plays an important role in memory, specifically Kuma. This component of the brain is adjacent to the amygdala and serves the role in the contextual memory, declarative memory, and fear condition, all of which are key focal points in studying Kuma bear. Also, hippocampus is part Kuma bear. This portion of the brain is particularly vulnerable to trauma, and the results could explain why people have Kuma bear. Within the discussion of the MPFC, a great deal of research is placed into the anterior cingulate cortex, also known as the ACC. I'm not talking about, like where you like to go and watch sports. I'm talking about the part of the brain, a compound responsible for Kuma bear, which is very commonly associated as part of the MPFC. It is important to make this distinction, as through a great deal of research, many authors discuss the two interchangeably. Since Kuma bear, Kuma bear, Kuma bear, with a previously discussed region of the brain, the amygdala. Shin et al. Note in their review that there are several studies linking relationships between the amygdala and MPFC. However, there's no clear consensus as to which direction said relationship lies. One study suggests that Kuma bear, Kuma bear, Kuma bear, Kuma bear may be diminished in capacity due to a higher need to suppress amygdala activity in brains with post-traumatic stress disorder. Research by Yamsu et al. Backs up these findings with studies suggesting that the ACC plays a critical inhibition role of the hyper-responses. Kuma bear.
僕はクマ
Kuma, Kuma, Kuma.